13, 34, 35. I have new glasses, and I'm getting used to them. See, I'm bearing with me. All right, a new command I give you. Love one another as I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this, all men will know that you're my disciples, if you love one another. You know, the Bible in another spot says, if any man says he loves God and hates his brother, he's a liar. Can't do it. Can't do it. Because God is love. Now, you might not appreciate what that person's doing, but it says you're supposed to love them, you're supposed to care about them. And try to go out in that way that you would know that they are one another. One of the most humbling experiences, I don't know if any of y'all ever have done this or not. Before I became Southern Baptist, I participated in foot washing. We don't do it here. Some Baptist churches do. I've done it. And you had plenty of bowls and some towels, and the men got on one side of the church, and the ladies got on the other side of the church, and you went to wash your feet. That's pretty humbling. And the example of Jesus being willing to do that, the teacher, the great man, grace, being willing to do that. And he was showing us by that about the humility we should have in serving and taking time to do things for other people. And that's one thing about our church. We have multiple opportunities that we can do that. And it's Season Hope House, a Hope thing that we do the mission trip that our people have gone on. Being willing to just try to help people when they're in a time of need. I mentioned to Jerry Ann today the fact that she's got a person that she's trying to help who's going through a difficult time. And I said to her, I said, you've done this, you've done this, you've done this, you've done this, you've done this. And she did it because she cared about this person. People will know you're my disciples if you love one another. And lastly, spiritual growth comes through persistence and seeking the Lord. It's so easy to give up on things. I can think of multiple examples there, but I guess I'll let that stand as it reads. It's so easy to get frustrated or aggravated or discouraged about things. Lord, I've been trying to do good for you. Why don't you let this happen? You didn't have to let this happen. I'm trying to do good things for you. Or why don't you affect this family this way? Well, God's ways are above our ways. And I think that when we have our trials, that's a time that He is strengthening us. When we used to lift weights in school, every so often we'd have a thing where they would call it the max time. See how much you really could live at that time. And you had been doing different things, but on this day, let's see how much you can do on this day. And so I think those things come along, and I think there was an example in the Bible. And let me go ahead and read my verse here. Matthew 7, verses 7 through 8, about persistence. Matthew 7. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives. He who seeks finds. And to him who knocks, the door will be open. The Bible talks about God wanting to do good things for us. Now, granted, some of the things we ask for sometimes we don't need, or they're not in our best interest. God knows that. But it also tells us that He's a Father who wants to give. He said, if your Father gives you good gifts, how much more does your Heavenly Father want to give you good gifts? That's a lot. I mean, that is an awful lot. I mean, he's just always there. Doing it. And even in the bad time, I used to tell my Sunday school class, and I was reminded of this by one of my students a while back when I was having a bad day, who said, don't you remember you told us every day is a good day. Some days are better than others. But every day for the Christian is a good day. Think about it. Every day is a good day for the Christian. There was a man by the name of A.W. Tozer who made a couple of quotes that I want to read to you. Faith is not a once done act, but a continuous gaze of the heart of the triune God. Faith is the gaze of a soul upon a saving God. When we lift our inward eyes to gaze upon God, we are sure to meet friendly eyes gazing back at us. You know, when I worked for the health department, one of the things I did, I was almost like a law enforcement officer in a way, because you'd have a neighbor who would turn you in because you dumped your fluids out on the ground, and I'd have to go pay you a friendly visit and tell you that we need to get this repaired, or I'm going to carry you, I'm going to have you arrested. I did. I had to carry something for the court. And you know, you wonder what kind of gaze you're going to get back in return when they're looking at you when you're doing it. Or go to a restaurant and say, I know you've got $3,000 worth of food in that freezer, but it's out of temperature. We fix to load that dumpster up. I've done that too. And you wonder what kind of issue you're going to get back. When we look at God, we always need to be ready for it. So He loves us and cares about us. But the one you love, you listen to sometimes. And we certainly know that we get there. I want to close with this. I thought this was so good. Oh God, I have tasted thy goodness, and it has both satisfied and made me thirsty. Just like on that Japanese fruitcake. Have a piece of it, I want to smoke. And I hope that worship gets to be that way for us. We come, we look at it as a privilege, and we come worship God. And that as we grow in our faith, how much better our life is as opposed to being without God. You know, COVID was bad because we were worried. At least I'm worried. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get COVID. I hear all these people that are so sick. Some died. And that was scary enough. But one of the hardest things for me was being separated from y'all in worship. And I remember when we first got to start coming to Brother Tim, he did his boat, and we looked forward to seeing that, but I missed my brothers and sisters. And we finally got where we could start coming back to church. Even having to take the chairs off. Or this time, some of y'all sitting in this row, we were sitting in this row, you know, that we did. What about communion? We want to have communion. Well, we're gonna do it this way. I think if we do it this way, people won't be scared to take communion if we do that. Okay. And got sprayed, so let's start spraying everything. And y'all hang around after the service, you'll see either Cole or Justin out here, and they're going around spraying everything down. You know, because we still remember that. But not being able to spend time with my brothers and sisters, not being able to come to God's house. Like David said, I was glad when they said, let us go to the house of the Lord. Been looking forward to it. I'm ready to go. And in my spiritual life, I've had some highs. A day of salvation. The day I was ordained as a deacon. The day my son was baptized. The day he was ordained as a deacon. And the day we got to come back to church. since I've been there. And anyway, I know that the world offers a lot of the things we can do to come to worship. But and those things, you know, you might be kind of happy you got to do that, but you feel the void that you missed out on not being in God's house. What we get from worship. So, anyway, y'all have any comments or anything about this lesson? If we all seek to grow spiritually, right? I appreciate y'all listening. And I guess we'll go ahead and get into our prayer time. And what I'm going to do, if you have a name that you want to add to the prayer list, I'm going to jot it down here. And if anyone need a prayer list,